Welcome to Crypto Point, your cryptocurrency news center. This is our specially prepared summary for today. Crypto Center today. PEPE investors are stuck. SEC lawsuits only seek to harm whales continue to buy Ethereum. U.S. regulatory pressure increases volatility El Salvador, with more volcanic energy for its cryptocurrency mining. SEC wants to prove that at least one of the tokens is a security. Binance has raised $410 million in revenue. In the United States, SEC wants to prove that at least one of the tokens is a security. The tokens is a security. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, apparently is willing to prove that at least one cryptocurrency is a security, according to statements by Gary Gensler. The commission recently sued two of the largest exchanges, Binance and Coinbase, arguing that both firms failed to register as cryptocurrency intermediaries, exchange agencies, and clearinghouses. Jim Cramer interviewed Gary Gensler, chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, on his program Squawk on the Street on CNBC, who noted that there were over 200 tokens on the list of Coinbase and Binance, but clarified that the commission wanted to prove that at least one of them was a security that requires registration. SEC lawsuits only seek to harm. SEC lawsuits only seek to harm the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is now going after two of the world's largest crypto exchanges, accusing them of selling unregistered securities. The chairman of the commission claims that these actions are for the benefit of investors. But Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, claims there is another reason. In just 24 hours, the commission filed two high-profile lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase. Although they differ in some details, both lawsuits are quite similar in essence, as they argue that both exchanges are selling, and in the case of Binance, issuing securities, but in reality, the regulator is only trying to cause more harm for not having prevented the collapse of Terra, Voyager, Celsius, Three Arrow Capitals, FTX, among others, last year. Whales continue to buy Ethereum. The largest Ethereum whales outside of exchanges have been buying the second largest cryptocurrency throughout this 2023. As diagnosed by the crypto analytics firm Santiment. Santiment points out that the top 10 non-exchange Ethereum addresses currently hold a record high of 31.8 million Ether, valued at over $59.6 billion at the time of editing this video. As more and more Ethereum has moved into self-custody options and DeFi or decentralized finance, many of these coins have already been absorbed by addresses of the platform's largest whales, Santiment stated. El Salvador with more volcanic energy for its cryptocurrency mining. Volcano Energy announced that it will allocate funds to develop a solar and wind power generation park, which will eventually power Bitcoin mining operations. Max Kaiser, president of Volcano Energy, tweeted on June 7 the news about the receipt of the first $250 million of a $1 billion commitment that would launch 241 megawatts of Bitcoin mining in El Salvador. The intensive energy use has been criticized by environmentalists, who are concerned that it will exacerbate deforestation and climate change. The issuer of the stablecoin Tether is among the investors participating in the first round of financing to develop Volcano Energy, but the amount of their investment has not yet been disclosed. Binance has raised $410 million in revenue. Crypto exchange Binance.US has raised $410 million in revenue since its launch, generating a gross profit of $225 million. The exchange's finances were detailed in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission based on information provided by the exchange. The accounts cover the period from 2019 to April 2023 and refer to BM Trading Services, the entity behind the exchange. The figures show that the exchange generated the majority of its revenue and gross profit in 2021, collecting $265 million in revenue that year. Then, in 2022, it managed to generate $95 million in revenue. PEPE investors are stuck. Most PEPE investors were left standing in the musical chairs game because early participants reaped most of the profits, as revealed by a recent investigation by Singularity DAO. Taking early profits depleted the substantial liquidity pool, leaving most investors unable to realize significant gains, according to the report. Over 80% of these potential gains were accumulated in the first week of the PEPE issuance, when PEPE the frog-themed Mimikins went from a 5-figure market cap to $330 million in just over a week. U.S. regulatory pressure increases volatility. On June 7, Glassnode reported on Twitter that following an increase in U.S. regulatory pressure on major crypto exchanges, Binance and Coinbase, the crypto market experienced significant volatile movements in both directions. Glassnode explained that the size of realized on-chain losses remains at $112 million. This is less than the $3 billion of the largest recorded capitulation, suggesting a higher degree of resilience among participants in the crypto market. Apparently, this is a minor dip within a bullish trend. Do you agree with this? Leave your opinion in the comments. And that's all for today's video. If you liked it, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you in the next crypto summary.